this portrait and completely change the background in Photoshop, step by step, in real time. Hey, I'm Saba from Saba's Photo Studio. Today I'll show you my full professional workflow, natural skin retouching, clean background removal, and how to place a new background so it looks realistic. This is a real-time edit, so stay until the end to see the final result. Step 1. I always duplicate the layer with Ctrl J or Command J on the Mac. I take spot healing brush. Then I start to remove these pimples and red scars. I usually zoom in while I'm doing these small things, and look how it is. Camera is not taking photos that much good. After editing, photos will be beautiful. Now in this step you have to be careful of these hairs. And this part. We can see before and after. We can also remove some of these. Okay, now I will duplicate this layer also. We can call this spot healing. And now I'm copying this one. I'll use brush in this one in order to retouch my skin and make my texture color soft. I'll take my brush. The biggest mistake people do when they're retouching, they also damage the natural skin. We have to keep the skin texture. Because of that, I'm always duplicating these layers, and also we can add one transparent layer here. Then we can start coloring by getting sample with eyedropper. I'm doing like this. At the end you'll see that what is the changes. You have to take sample from that place and try to not damage the skin. In this part I'm zooming in here like this, and this here. Now we are in the hardest part. This part is usually hardest one. Just don't try to change the color of the skin. Always get sample from that place. Now it's like this. You can see my layer. Well, what I'm gonna do is I will reduce fill and opacity. It will look natural. You can see my result. Also, we can change this opacity. It will be better, I think. This is my result. And what is the next step? I will merge these two layers with Option Command Shift E, and here I am. I'll take my dodge and burn tool. At first I'm going to use my dodge tool in order to make highlights reveal and make my skin shiny, like this. You can see the difference. Now my skin is shiny. And I will take my blur. I will do the shadows with this. And now I'm going to take my burn tool. I will do the shadows with this. In this case, my shadows are more highlights. Highlights and shadows are the important part of the photos. And that's it. You can see the difference. Now we are going through her body. I also take my healing brush. You can always remember shortcuts. That's my advice to you, and with that shortcuts you can edit easily and quickly. This is the photo, this is the before, and this is the after. We can also do same thing with the brush on her body. I reduce opacity. Here it's my final result. Now I'm going to merge these also with Command E. I'm going to the camera raw in order to make some color adjustment and lightening adjustments. In this photo I need to reduce highlight a little bit and increase the contrast. You can see the difference. I'll add some texture and clarity. I'll also add some saturation, reduce my vibrant, and I want it a little bit bluish. It's like this. Now I usually prefer to increase lights from here. You can see the difference. This is my final result. Now I'm going to change my background. At first I'm going to select my subject with pen tool. Working with pen tool is a little bit challenging. You have to zoom in and make sure that it's pat. You have to select all the hairs carefully. Now I have selected all of my object. Now I have finished my selection and I will make it selection. Make sure to have some feathers. Then invert the selection with Shift Control I. In this one, we can change our background color with these tools. These are really effective with fill. I can do it. I tried this one. Now I fill this background. Now I also make my selection again and I'll go to select a mask in order to refine my hairs and remove these parts of my background. I can use refine hair tool, smooth it and radius. After selecting our object, I'm gonna change the background of it. I'm gonna add layer and drag it down of that layer. I will, for example, color the layer with background color like this. Now you can see these parts. We can remove those also with layer mask, like this. We're going to have non-destructive background. Now here it is. I can manage my layers, and if you want you can add some color effects to your photo. If you want you can add some color adjustment to your photos. This is the best update of the Photoshop. You can change the color with this and add different color effects. Now I'm going to merge it. And this is the final result. Clean retouching and natural background change. If this video helped you, like it, subscribe, and comment what you want me to edit next.